Hey y'all, so the last video I recorded about college football playoff on my channel, you guys absolutely helped me out a lot, gave me over 500 views, and I got some comments that I maybe did not enjoy, but that's what happens. So now I'm going to do that. Let's start 12 teams, 6 teams, and I want your guys' opinions in the comments as well as I go over my own opinions for who I think would win a 6-team college football playoff. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button. If you guys want to see more content like this, please hit the subscribe button. It would really help me out a lot and expand my channel. And if you guys want to see more content like this, of course, hit the notification bell because you will be notified when I upload. And without ado, let's get straight into the video. So real quick before we get into this bracket prediction video, I just want to say that the one I did of the 12 teams will be somewhat similar to the one with 6 teams, at least my predictions. There will be some differences, like Oregon's on this one, so they will not make it to my final, of course. So that will change a lot of my predictions. And first off, I'd like to go over the matchups that are in the 6-team playoff bracket. So number 1, Michigan, and number 2, Washington get the bye, and you got number 3, Texas, and number 6, Georgia, and then number 4, Alabama, and number 5, Florida State. Okay, so first matchup is number 3, Texas versus number 6, Georgia, and I personally feel like that Texas offense is lacking in some areas that Georgia's defense is going to capitalize in. Georgia has won all their games except against the SEC championship against Alabama. But every good and bad team has a fluke game. Like a bad team has a fluke game where they actually win, and a good team has a fluke game where they lose. I mean, Georgia was perfect pretty much for 2 years, right? And then the third year they lose an SEC championship and they miss out on the playoffs. I feel like they would beat Texas easily because their defense is so good and their offense is decent enough to where I feel like they can put up enough points. So I'm going to go with Georgia. Our next matchup is number 5, Florida State versus number 4, Alabama. And Alabama's going to win this, and that only reason is because Florida State does not have their starting QB, Jordan Travis. If they had their starting QB, yeah, I feel like they could beat Alabama, but they don't, and their offense is just not that great with their second string, who's actually transferring now. So I'm going to have to give this one to Alabama. So for our first semifinals match in the 6-team 2023 college football playoff bracket, we have number 1 Michigan versus number 4 Alabama, and I think Michigan is going to win this, guys. All right, Michigan's really good. There's certain teams I feel like they just can't beat, and that's Oregon. All right, Oregon's offense is actually very underrated. So I personally think also then Washington's underrated, right? But Michigan, I feel like their offense is just going to run through Alabama's defense, right? They got Blake Corum. All right, Alabama's rush defense is not stopping him, all right? So we're going to give this one to Michigan. And Michigan has beaten Ohio State as well. Okay. Now I know, look, Alabama's beating Georgia, all right? But let's be honest, that was just one good game for Alabama, all right? I personally think if they play each other 2 times again, Georgia wins this next 2 games against Alabama, right? So that would mean that Georgia is better than Alabama, which I do believe, okay? So I have Michigan winning. So for our other semifinal game that we have, it's number 2 Washington versus number 6 Georgia. And if Georgia can stop Texas offense, they're going to stop Washington's offense too. I think Georgia wins this game 31-28. And the reason why is because their defense is so good, guys, all right? Now, the offense is the reason why they lost, I think, against Alabama. Their defense actually held up pretty well against Alabama's offense. But Georgia's just proven over and over again how good they are. I mean, they should have 3-peat this year. They should have not lost to Alabama, all right? You have one bad game, right? Okay. I feel like Georgia has the chance next year to also still win a championship again, okay? And we're going to give Georgia the win over Washington because their defense is so good. And for our final matchup in our hypothetical 6-team college football playoff for 2023, we have number 6 Georgia and number 1 Michigan. And this is where, I stopped just absolutely giving Georgia every win, all right? Michigan has such a good offense and good defense, all right? They are going to outclass Georgia, all right? And the reason why is because Blake Corum is such a good player. J.J. McCarthy's overrated, but he's still decent enough. He's, of course, better than Carson Beck, Georgia's quarterback. That guy is not that good, alright? And Michigan has beaten Ohio State. They have beaten every team that they have played. Georgia has not. Of course, they lose to Alabama, right? They should have won that. And Michigan beat Alabama. So, technically, if you think about it, Michigan beats Alabama, Alabama beats Georgia. So, when Michigan and Georgia face off, Michigan wins, right? And that also just makes sense. But Michigan is truly the better team. I believe that even though I don't like Michigan, I'm going to have to give them this win. And they will win our hypothetical 6-team college football playoffs. And that would do it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you like the video. And subscribe. And also the notification bell. And I will see y'all next time.